Any regrets? I actually do it. It's a really weird one. There was a show that we did somewhere, and there was a dare that was laid on me to, when Harry Soda comes down, to pull his trousers down. I followed through with, and I've always felt really bad about it ever since. So, Mr. Styles, I am sorry. I wish I never did that. So my X Factor journey was weirder than most. When I first met the boys, I had no idea that it could be a success. I thought, you know, this guy lives in Ireland, I don't know any of these guys, this guy's kind of looking at me funny, you know, all those sort of things. And I was called back on a stage with a group of 4 other boys, who you now know today as One Direction, and we were put into a band and just went on to have this crazy, massive career that went worldwide for 5 years. Dealing with the level of success was hard. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think any of us really handled it. I don't even think we realised at certain points what was going on, and also we were so busy all the time that we never even got time to celebrate whether something went well, or, you know, we got #1 here or 3 awards at this show or whatever it was. We were usually on a plane in another country before we could even, you know, digest the fact that we'd won something or whatever had happened. The hardest part of the success, I would say, would be the isolation of it, because we were all together in the band and we had each other, but we couldn't leave the hotel for the majority of places that we went. So I mean, all of us have been around the world many times, and I've only ever seen the hotel room or the car or the plane, which when you're young and you want to go out and explore and have fun is a difficult thing to take. It was quite crazy. I mean, I can remember a time, and the one I'm always drawn back to is Peru, and there was 15,000 people outside the hotel in Peru. So you can imagine, I mean, I think I was like 18, 19 at the time this happened. Didn't really know what to think about it. It's a country I've never been to before. Everybody knows my name and is telling me they love me, and I don't even know where I am or why we're here or what's going on, what day it is. I haven't got a clue anymore. When the band finally stopped after 5 years, I think I was a little bit relieved, actually, because it was just at the point where it was getting the best of me, and I needed to take a little break for a while, I can say honestly. I know Louis didn't really feel that way, and he wasn't ready to stop. I'm not really sure about everybody else's feelings, but I can speak on behalf of us, I guess. You know, spending obviously a lot of time under a lot of watchful eyes of media and all sorts of things, having your whole life documented and also judged by everyone who's watching is a difficult thing to have as a teenager. First, I think you're a little bit conscious about yourself and different things that are going on. Obviously, if we had a bad haircut, it was all over the newspapers, or in This Week, or what's he done with his hair, or what, you know, literally. So that was quite difficult. You had to learn to get thick skin quite quickly, and I actually thought I was going insane, and I just had to confirm with someone who was a professional that that wasn't the case. So I sat in a room, you know, with somebody for a long time, telling them the different things that I was thinking and finding out what was wrong with them, what was right with them, and, you know, why I might think that way. And I think that's the biggest gift you can give to yourself, is to trust yourself. And as soon as you have that, then, you know, you can kind of deal with anything in a roundabout way, because you can trust your own thoughts and feelings about it and know why you're feeling that way. So I think for me, that was the key to all of it, knowing that people are going to say stuff sometimes. It's okay if they do say stuff sometimes, and it's not always your fault. I'm not sure we'd all dealt with it well all the time, you know. Definitely there were times when we all felt like throwing the towel in. You know, now I became solo. I don't know whether I just got a little bit interesting or something through some different things that I did, but my life's a lot more media heavy than it used to be. I think I was actually known as Mr. Vanilla or Mr. Boring when I was in the band, which I think is anything but that right now, which is fun. But yeah, it's a little bit of a different life to take on, which is quite interesting. But yeah, you know, I try to stay away from all that stuff as much as possible, and, you know, let people do the talking. And like I say, as long as you're all right with it, then who the hell cares? If my son came to me and said that he wanted to be famous, or wanted to do this, or wanted to do whatever that was in the spotlight, then that would be a difficult conversation for me to have with him, knowing what it entails. And I think, you know, if you can have to have that conversation with a child about a certain job, there's a warning label that comes with it. It shows you that it's not always as manageable as it seems, because we're not all built that way, unfortunately. I don't think anyone's ever really prepared for this sort of thing to happen to them. So yeah, it's not always easy, but I feel very, very lucky to be here, and I love what I do, and I love the way that I handle it.